We're going to cover most of this particular system involving a orbital system coordinate system for a stationary orbit around a hydrolytic Consifian source, which is the unknown like objects orbiting a large ratio of 7 to 9, which is noticed by the NSN. Now, after we notice that all of this here is covered by the systems, which is noted as in C sharp, we're going to go to C sharp and talk about most of the necessary components of the orbital coordinate system to stay in a locked position right there. Class godlike orbital system, which would be a coordinate line which says that godlike four-station orbital systems are a celestial body. Unknown, which would be a 7 to 9, 4831, 489, 6785 for a celestial body. The celestial body moves back, not forward, so therefore the unknown like planet is 200. Right over here. As you see, unknown like planet is 200 because of the celestial body, which is unknown in that direction. Not towards the left to the right, but the right to the left. Now, most of this code is from the right to the left. When you write it, you write left to the right, but when you read it back to you from this direction, to make the logic of understanding which you would need to do in that particular situation with a human-operated machinery, you would say a need to add several objects to the length in the moon, which is going back towards the location I need to go to. All of the orbits and necessary zero gravity is 0 because I am out here. And that is initializing for the person that I am with. Therefore, my buddy, which would be 200 million over 16 and not near me because we would have gravity due to the fact that we are near each other. Therefore, we cannot be near each other unless we have a magnetic force that creates gravity in the unknown like planet's orbit of a 1, which would be greater than 1 if it was added to the imaginary number of which we come from, which is not the moon, but could be compared to the moon if we were there. Now, in the next line, we will talk about the end of this particular situation. This particular situation goes towards the fact that this is easy only due to the true fact that there are square miles between us and the perforce of the human-operated machine, which we are using a not dark matter ball, but a celestial body. That is new, and the ball is dark matter. Now, as we scroll over, it doesn't make sense, because how can we move there if we are in the hyperactive source, which was the dark matter ball that orbits that location? And that ball would be a celestial body. Now, the new particular situation in that line would be called by a transceiver, which is overclocked at the location above, which is near the moon at 1 of the unknown planet, which we are imaginary too. And all of this goes back to the artificial constructs that we are making, which are right here at 3,000. Right there, artificial constructs 3,000. And there is the new one, which is a deep space cities. Now, all deep space cities in this particular situation would be an artificial construct of 3,000. In this particular situation, if you had human-operated machines in orbit. Therefore, they could be controlled by a PC, and all users would be able to make artificial constructs for themselves to use at a later point, which they would have to construct local authorities to do so, and any authoritative power to move them there, if they so can be to move there due to their statuses and economic statuses. Now, in the next particular portion, we're going to talk about uninhabitable rock situations. Those uninhabitable rock situations are hyperactive and not close to which they are massive. They are massive not because of they are rock, because of the fact that particle physics actually makes rocks. So, if particle physics in this particular script makes rocks, we would say in this particular situation over here, where the console line is uninhabitable rock station. Now, that's an artificial construct made by Nu. New is, in this particular situation, a human-operated machine, which is equal to the uninhabitable rock station because it has not been built. So we're going to check that, and we're going to check the artificial constructs in the overall script, which we are going to make arguments a lot. And each person out there is going to argue a lot in their particular strings, which you are checking via computer vision as a human-operated machine. On PC, with transceivers, overclocking at any particular distance, it does not matter where you're at. Now, that's most of this. I look forward to hearing what you have to say if you have anything to say. Thank you again.